is Sue Greenwald. I'm a volunteer with the Company of Heaven Rescue Fruits and Vegetable Project. We held our first Rescue Fruits and Vegetable program in Birmingham, Alabama in March of 2025. We're preparing for another event called the Big Giveaway. The Big Giveaway is an intensive food giveaway week held citywide in Birmingham, Alabama. Today, I'd like to introduce to you Dr. Lucy Asar-Ba, who's the Agribusiness Program Coordinator with the Department of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences for Tuskegee University in Alabama. Dr. Lucy was a presenter at the March 31st event in Birmingham, and we are working with her to provide Tuskegee University the much-needed equipment they need to be efficient and effective at teaching others how to rescue fruits and vegetables. On our Rescue Fruits and Vegetable page of the website, helpsomeonetodayevents.org, you'll see a list of specific equipment that Tuskegee needs and pricing for each item requested. This equipment will streamline the processes and provide education, efficiency, and ultimately rescue more food that is currently being wasted. We're looking for a total of $25,000 in donation for this equipment. Following is the donation code, the QR code, and the website name. Thank you so much for what you're able to help us with. It's greatly appreciated.
So greetings from the College of Agriculture, Environment and Nutrition Sciences at Tuskegee University. My name is Dr. Lucy Asar-Ba, and I have an academic background in marketing, agricultural economics, and agricultural policy. I am a faculty member in the Department of Agricultural and Environmental Sciences, where I teach undergraduate courses in agribusiness and agricultural policy. When it comes to how I got to Tuskegee University, I had my MBA, which is my Master's in Business Administration, specializing in marketing in Ghana, West Africa. But my passion to pursue education and also to work in the area of food security brought me to Tuskegee University. So I have been here for the past 12 years in school and also working with our local growers here in the Black Belt region.
Okay, so you have traveled around the world helping people learn more about how to basically rescue and save produce and different kinds of food.
So yes, my research focuses on policies and programs that are related to agricultural technologies in the management of food loss and food waste, what we sometimes classify as post-harvest losses. Right. So again, it is a pleasure to be with you here, Sue. And our video today is about the rescuing of fruits and vegetables in the state of Alabama and how it relates to my passion when it comes to food security. So we all know, Sue, that we have our growers in our community that are helping us with all types of fruits and vegetables that we consumers demand in our state, which is the state of Alabama. But beyond our growers, we equally have passionate folks in the community that are equally growing produce in our respective community gardens, ensuring that people get food to consume. Yet it is reported that 1 in 6 adults and 1 in 5 children in our state, which is the state of Alabama, have difficulty accessing enough nutritious food.
Right.
Meanwhile, Alabama is ranked as the 28th worst state when it comes to food waste. Imagine that. We have food insecurity, and then we equally have food waste. This food that is determined or classified as waste or food loss can be repurposed through donations, or we can equally mitigate them through other measures. So these measures include, but not limited to, access to agricultural technologies that growers may need on their respective farms to cool and add value to surpluses or produce that sometimes are classified as cosmetically imperfect.
Right.
We all know that when we harvest apples or any type of carrots, we know the specific shape that we as consumers expect to see them. But when they are out of that shape, as consumers, our eyes are not pleasant to purchase them. Meanwhile, the farmer has put in all the effort he or she needs in order for that food to get to us. But because our eyes are not pleasing to accept those produce, they are put elsewhere. But those produce sometimes have all the nutritional value. So our farmers can equally add value to such produce that our eyes might not see, but we will be ready to consume them. Hence, these agricultural technologies are needed to reduce post-harvest losses, again, food loss, food waste, to improve food security, to increase incomes for our marginalized growers or farmers, to reduce price volatility by better balancing supply and demand of any produce on our market. Thus, the Global Center for Post-Harvest Handling and Training here in Tuskegee has been instrumental in providing training and demonstration to our local growers. This video, Sue, is meant to further solicit support for a donation of $25,000 for equipment that will be needed in training and in demonstrating at the Post-Harvest Center here in Tuskegee University.
Right, right.
This equipment will serve as a tool and a platform for our farmers to be able to have hands-on training in applying temperatures and relative humidity, knowing exactly which produce needs to be cooled or needs value addition at a particular temperature or relative humidity. It will equally serve as an opportunity for our research students to have hands-on practices when this equipment find themselves here with us. We do hope that through this training and providing access for our valued student here in Tuskegee University, there would be different opportunities for our farmers to be able to apply anything that has to do with temperatures and relative humidity with different produce that they have on their farms, while ensuring that they can be able to add value to their harvested produce and be able to send them to the market. So it is equally an ability for us to be able to reduce post-harvest losses, ensure that we have enough food in our communities, while equally promoting marketing opportunities for our local farmers.
Perfectly said. So basically, I'm a volunteer with the Company of Heaven, and Dr. Lucy was a presenter at our very first pilot program held in Birmingham, Alabama, this last March 2025. She was a presenter. It was a beautiful program, and we're supporting those in that state as the first part of our Rescue Fruits and Vegetable program. And it's going to be blossoming out all over the world. This is a worldwide program that we've started. We're doing it systematically at this moment. And again, education is crucial to people, knowing how to rescue the fruits and vegetables, and then providing them the resources, the equipment, the manpower, and the education is crucial. So we're here involved to assist with that. And we are asking for $25,000 donation. Obviously, if you don't have that much in your bank account, we'll take whatever you're willing to donate. I'll provide a QR code and a website at the end of this video. HelpSomeoneTodayEvents.org. And your donations for Tuskegee are welcome.
So, Sue, to highlight more about the equipment, since some people might not really know exactly what we are soliciting for.
Yes.
Yes, we should be able to show a few of this equipment that are needed by our produce growers.
All right. So I'm going to show Some photos that I downloaded of this equipment. We wanted to talk about the forced air cooling unit first.
Yeah, the forced air cooling unit is so important for our local growers because it is needed in the conversion of cooling produce through forced air. And we are able to do this because some growers have their produce either in their crates that are open, or some have them in a sealed package. So however you have your package, whether it is in the crate that is open or in a package that is sealed, the forced air penetrates and is able to cool this produce. It is important for us to always remember that when the produce is harvested from the field or from the farm, it comes in with what we classify as field heat. And those produce, that heat needs to be removed from that produce to prevent any further deterioration. So this equipment is needed in order for us to be able to provide training to our farmers and also hands-on research activities for our students to better understand the significance of cooling produce just when it is harvested from the farm. And why people prefer the forced air is that it is said to have a greater emphasis when it comes to food safety. And we are all concerned these days about food safety. And growers are equally concerned about what? Energy efficiency. So this is a great tool that the growers may have access to and would be able to have hands-on practical activities with to really understand how it operates and its significance in their day-to-day operation.
Excellent, excellent. So that is one item that we have listed on our website. And for each item, we're only going to show you a few here. We have an approximated price, and we will be personally delivering these pieces of equipment to Tuskegee as the donations come in. So I want to show you the next piece of equipment. Which one would you like to show next?
So the next piece of equipment you can show is a hydro cooling unit.
Yep. There we go.
And thank you so far, Sue, for this. The hydro cooling unit serves the same purpose as the forced air cooling unit. The difference is that when it comes to the hydro cooling unit, water is used in cooling the produce. There are some produce that can withstand wet, like water. There are other produce that may not be able to withstand wetting. So the difference between the two technologies, though they are all serving the same purpose of cooling produce, extending shelf life, removing field heat, the difference is that the second one as compared to the first one uses water. And there are some produce that as growers, we don't really want to apply water to it. So okay, that is the second equipment that we are requesting for.
Does this spray what's inside, or is it just cool the unit itself?
It sprays the water around the produce, allowing it to cool.
Cool. Okay.
Yes.
So this again is listed on the website, helpsomeonetoday.events.org. And it's under the rescue fruit and produce. Oh, geez. It's under rescue fruit and vegetables. And you'll be able to see the individual pictures of the equipment. If you'd like to purchase just one item, these are just some examples of what they need. Here's the walk-in cooler with the CoolBot unit.
Yes. The walk-in cooler with the CoolBot unit equally serves the same purpose. It is still for cooling. And let us remember that we are way in the south, Alabama, and our temperatures are high, most importantly during the summer period.
Right.
So our farmers really need these cooling facilities. Let us also remember that when we get into the farmers market or wherever we go in to patronize our local farmers, and I'm really rooting for us patronizing our local farmers, everything we purchase when it comes to fruits and vegetables are weight-based. So when water is getting out of the produce for a longer period, it is reducing the price of that produce, technically.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is why it is so important for us to ensure that our farmers really have all this knowledge, know-how, and training to be able to apply these technologies in ensuring that they do not lose their produce, do not lose weight. So the walk-in cooling unit is equally a cooling facility, as I mentioned earlier on. The difference is that this one, the farmer or the grower can install the what we call the cool booth in whichever area or whichever room he or she prefers. In fact, there are some that would want to install it stationary in their storerooms. There are other people that would want to install this on a mobile unit so they can be able to move their produce from one farmer's market to the other. So the cold room is equally a sure way of cooling produce. The only difference is that this area might be a larger space, and so the farmer can decide to wheel in their cart or any other produce directly into the cold room, the walk-in cold room.
Right. So all of these things we've shown just extend the life of the fruit or the vegetable.
Yes.
Okay. The longer shelf life, rescuing those that may be, we'll call them ugly, but still nutritious and usable.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, excellent. And again, this picture is on the website, and I'll put that link at the end of our video. We wanted to show you one more piece of equipment. And this is the freeze dryer.
Yes.
One of them, right?
Yeah. Thank you very much, Sue, for this time.
Of course.
So indeed, as I mentioned earlier on, we talked about the forced air, we talked about the hydrocooling as well as the walk-in. These are all cooling facilities that are needed just when produce are harvested. And we need to be able to minimize the field heat. And as we're minimizing the field heat, indeed, we are increasing or maintaining the shelf life of that produce.
Right.
We are cooling it and ensuring that it maintains its shelf life just as needed.
Right.
However, beyond this point, we equally want to think about how can farmers or growers add value to their produce, or how can they be able to minimize any produce that is left over that has not been sold. They can be able to do this through adding value. And the freeze dryer serves that purpose when it comes to preservation. So it is used in reducing moisture. However, though the produce is preserved, it still maintains its nutritional value and it still maintains its flavor. That is the main significance of the freeze dryer. We want to make sure that in as much as we are preserving the fruit or the vegetable, whichever way, we are not eliminating the flavor of that produce or that fruit or vegetable. And we are equally ensuring that we are maintaining the nutritional value. So the freeze dryer helps in order for us to be able to meet all these needs while extending the shelf life of the produce.
Perfect. Perfect. It's very exciting to see the specific pieces of equipment. And, again, seeing that gives the viewer a choice of what they want to donate toward. Do they want to donate everything? Do they want to donate this or that? There's many other smaller pieces of equipment on our website, which will also help Tuskegee. And, we appreciate everything people donate. The Rescue Fruit and Vegetables project is going to go worldwide. We're going to stop hunger on this planet. It's such an exciting program. You can see the excitement from those that participated already. So we're very excited to bring this out.
Thanks so very much, Sue.
Anything else you'd like to say today?
Yes, I would love to thank everyone for listening. Thank everyone for the readiness to donate. And also thank everyone that has been advocating
Thank
for
you
us
so
all
much.
to ensure that we have enough food
Right,
for people that needs it.
right.
We all need food. We all need nutritious food.
Yes.
There is
yes,
a difference between just consuming food and consuming nutritious food.
Yes.
And consuming our fruits and vegetables will help us to be able to eliminate all forms of sicknesses and diseases in our communities. So let's go. Let's get it done. So thank you so very
Let's
much.
go. Thank you all so much for your very generous donations. It's greatly appreciated. Thank you.